to order. Welcome, everybody. Today's Wednesday, September 25th. Start of the meeting is the approval of the minutes from the last meeting on August 13th. Can I get a motion on that? Thank you, Denise. Second by Jackie. Any edits or changes to the document? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. And we'll move on to recognitions. We have a few today.
You do. Store them up.
5. We're going to start with Nellie Calabretas today, celebrating 20 years of service. She is our principal. Nellie is originally from Ukraine and came to the United States to attend college to receive her accounting degree. After staying home for a few years with her sons, she said that she was ready to enter the workforce. She saw a job posting for an accounts payable position at CDTA and decided to apply. Nellie has worked in different roles throughout finance before landing at her current position, which is principal accounting clerk. Nellie says a lot has changed in the past 20 years at CDTA. She said the biggest changes are technology, now that everything is at your fingertips on the computer, as well as CDTA's involvement in the community. She enjoys the events that we're involved in and is always one of the first to volunteer for them. She says she loves everything about her job, but specifically she loves her coworkers. She said they have become friends who she sees outside of work very often. Nellie said that CDTA is a great place to work. There's excellent benefits as well as flexibility, and that has allowed her to raise her children. In her spare time, she likes to spend time with her family, especially her 2 grandsons. And while she doesn't have plans for retirement just yet, she said when it is time, she will be excited to travel, relax, and enjoy life. So congratulations, Nellie, on 20 years. We appreciate your hard work and dedication.
Nellie was a little nervous that she had to give a speech. I thought she they said, well, not 25 years, she goes to more dolphin games because her husband, 20 and 25, right? I said, her husband and son are big Dolphins fans. And she said, going to the game on Monday.
Oh,
Nice.
He's a flexible work schedule. He gets to go to the game.
And a really good boss.
All right, next up, celebrating 25 years of service is one of our Schenectady bus operators, Boone Poon. Before coming to CDTA, Boone was a truck driver. He said it wasn't very enjoyable, so he decided to apply at CDTA after seeing an advertisement at one of our bus stops. He started his career in Troy, driving on weekends. He then moved to Star and then to System 1. He currently drives the Route 370, which connects Schenectady, Niskayuna, Latham, and Troy. He says his favorite part of the job is learning. He's learned a lot from his customers and his coworkers. He enjoys how tight-knit the Schenectady division is. Boone said a lot has changed in 25 years, but the biggest change he has seen is how diverse CDTA's customers are. He said he meets people from different countries that speak different languages. Boone said for him, the title bus operator means more than just driving. It means learning how to best serve your customers. And it's the customers that have kept Boone here for the past 25 years. He said them, along with the great benefits and pay, he enjoys the seniority structure at CDTA. In his spare time, Boone enjoys time with his family, cooking, mowing his lawn, shopping, and learning more about technology. He says that he does not want to retire anytime soon, and he likes that he's making a difference in the community, and he wants to continue to say good morning and good evening to his customers. Congratulations on 25 years.
Look right here. Congrats.
All right, next up, celebrating 25 years of service, Albany bus operator Musa Kuyate.
You are gonna miss me.
I know you.
I know you.
All right.
Before starting at CDTA, Musa worked for an ambulance transportation company in New York City, taking patients to appointments. A friend mentioned to him CDTA was hiring, and he decided to put in an application because he said it would be a better opportunity for him. Musa started driving part-time on the weekends. He did that for a couple of months and then got an opportunity to drive part-time in Star. He then went full-time in Star before shifting to System 1 in Albany. He currently drives Route 100 Mid-City Belt, one of the highest ridership routes in Albany. His favorite part of the job is helping people and the community. Musa says he gets customers from different countries that don't know how to navigate routes, and he's always happy to take the time to explain the system to them. Musa says a lot has changed since he started at CDTA, including management, schedules, buses, and technology. He recalls having to manually flip the ramp when someone in a wheelchair wanted to get on the bus, but now everything has been made easier with technology. He says he stayed here because it's a good place to work as a family man. He said if you work hard, you can get anything you want at CDTA. Musa said CDTA allowed him to buy his first house and to take care of his family. In his free time, Musa likes to go to the gym, spend time with family, go to his son's soccer games, and kick the ball around with them often. He says he has no plans to retire anytime soon, but he's certainly thinking about it. He says it's good to retire when you're in good health.
That's true.
Congratulations on 25 years.
You're up. That's my cue.
She was intrigued by that write-up.
Yeah.
It was a really good write-up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, next up is Albany Superintendent Steve Waxman celebrating 30 years of service. Steve was working in the Carpenters Union, and at that time, it was not steady work, so he decided to explore other options. In 1994, Steve started at CDTA as a service tech and a cleaner. From there, he moved to helper, to technician, master technician, trainer, manager of training, assistant superintendent, and then to superintendent. In the fall of 2023, he assumed his current role as Albany Transportation Superintendent. Steve is always ready to help wherever it is needed, no matter what department. He said his favorite part of the job is helping people both internally and externally. He said when he was the Star Superintendent, he saw how impactful our service is to the community. Over the last 30 years, Steve said the biggest change he has seen is how involved CDTA is in the community. He said we partner with so many organizations, and you see the CDTA logo wherever you go. When asked about his favorite CDTA memory, Steve said it's when he beat the transportation guys at the bus rodeo in 2019. Steve won the superintendent challenge during the rodeo that year. In his spare time, Steve likes to volunteer, golf, travel, and spend time with his family. He also works in real estate and is known as Mr. Handyman, helping friends with home projects. Steve said he's not retiring anytime soon, but when it's time to retire, he hopes to move somewhere warmer and enjoy a little R&R. Congratulations, and thank you for 30 years of service.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You're up.
Oh my gosh, right on cue, Greg.
Greg,
Come on up.
I'm on that cow.
And our last service award today, certainly not least, celebrating 30 years of service, is Albany bus operator Greg Miller. Before coming to CDTA, Greg drove for the Center for Disability Services. He decided to apply at CDTA because he was looking for a better opportunity and better benefits. Like most operators, Greg started out driving part-time Star. After a few months, he made the move to System 1 in Albany. He currently drives Route 107, which connects downtown Albany, the South End, and Glenmont, which he says he enjoys. His favorite part of the job is driving and working with customers. He said most of his customers are great. Greg prides himself on being on time for his customers because he knows they have a schedule to keep, whether it's getting to work or getting home. Over the last 30 years, Greg said the biggest changes he has noticed at CDTA are the buses and the technology. He said when he first started, there were no cameras. He said that he likes that CDTA can now review what went on between a customer and an operator. Greg said the opportunity CDTA has provided for him is what has kept him here. He said the company has been good to him and has helped him take care of his family. In his spare time, Greg spends a lot of time with his family. He enjoys seeing his granddaughter and niece do theater. His grandsons and nephews enjoying sports. Greg said retirement is on the horizon. He hopes in the next year or so. He is looking forward to relaxing and enjoying his life. Congratulations, Greg, on 30 years.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great. How about them Cowboys? That's an inside joke, so you better guess.
Well, before Mr. Lance takes over the meeting, that's quite the list of employees, and it gives you sort of an idea of the different things that, you know, are needed to support the organization. Bus operators, superintendent, rodeo champ, you know, accounting, you know, Nellie has had, I don't know how many jobs in finance since she started, but, you know, always moving up. So it's just great to, you know, recognize people, especially when you hear about, you know, no one stays in one place anymore. Well, we do have people who stay in one place, and, you know, I think if we keep building, you know, what we're building and provide people with the support that they need, you know, they'll stay.
Well said, thank you, Carl. Next on our agenda are the committee reports. And I will kick it off with the Board Operations Committee that convened on September 11th. We previewed the agendas for the September committee meetings as well as today's board meeting. Everything is moving along well with the purchase of the Gazette property in Schenectady. We expect to close on the property next month. A financing package was advanced by the Performance Monitoring Committee as a part of today's agenda. The Gazette property will double the size of our footprint in Schenectady from 8 to 16 acres. It provides us with the necessary infrastructure for our growing fleet. We're discussing adding an advanced body shop, new training center there. It will be zero emissions ready and provide more space for more activities. Splendid work by everyone on this. Can't wait till we get to the closing in a few weeks. Carm provided an update on advocacy and outreach. We're working with the State Transit Association to develop messaging for the new legislative season. Meetings with legislators and agency staff have already begun. More will be following up on this in coming meetings. The CEO search is underway. Interviews have started this week. 32 applications have been received. About a dozen candidates will be interviewed in the first round with a plan to narrow the search to about 4 candidates by mid-October. There will be some modifications to our upcoming meeting schedule. The October Board Operations Committee meeting is now scheduled for Wednesday, October 9th, a week earlier than was scheduled. And because of holidays, we will probably be moving the November board meeting to Tuesday, the November 26th, and the entire December meeting schedule will move up a week. Modified calendars will be distributed soon. The next meeting of the Board Operations Committee is scheduled for October 9th, 9:15 a.m. Here at 110 Waterville Avenue and via Microsoft Teams. Any questions about that committee meeting? If not, we'll move on to performance monitoring and the audit committee. Peter Wall.
Terrific, thanks. The committee met at noon on September 18th, right here, and we have a long list of items to walk through today. Consent agenda items I'll start with first. We need to approve electric bus purchase. As part of the FTA grant award in 2023, we'll purchase 9 40-foot electric buses. This will expand our zero emission fleet to 17 vehicles. As part of the grant, we've been upgrading the charging infrastructure in Albany. We will replace an equal number of diesel buses. We have a contract with New Flyer. Delivery is expected in early 2026. And we need a motion to approve the purchase of 9 40-foot electric buses from New Flyer of America for an amount not to exceed $10,564,353.
Okay, motion on it, Dave, thank you. Second, Jackie. Any discussion? Buses, we need more.
Yeah, we do, and this is, a couple board members have asked me, are we ahead of ourselves here with, charging infrastructure? This is called a NOLO grant. And in fact, we're already and have been, upgrading the infrastructure required to charge more buses here in Albany. This is only here in Albany.
Any other comments? Seeing none, all those in favor of the electric bus purchase from New Flyer, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is approved.
Next item is to approve a bus transfer to the Tompkins Consolidated Area Transit. Does it go by TCAT? Is that it? Good, so I'm there. TCAT is having bus availability challenges and seeking our help. We have 5 40-foot Gillig buses that we can transfer to them, and we need a motion to approve the transfer of 5 retired 40-foot Gillig buses to TCAT.
Jackie, thank you. Second, Denise. Any comments about TCAT?
All right.
All those in favor of the bus transfer to TCAT, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Approved.
Alright. Approved bank financing for property purchase. We issued a request for proposals to finance the purchase of the Daily Gazette property. We received 2 proposals with JP Morgan Chase providing the best terms and conditions with a non-taxable 5-year interest rate of 3.73%. Total projected borrowing cost is $6 million, and we need a motion to approve JP Morgan Chase Albany to finance the CDTA purchase of the Daily Gazette property at 2345 Maxim Road Extension for a total anticipated cost of $6,037,326.
Thank you, Denise. Second on that, Dave? Any questions? We've been talking about this, seems like for a couple months now.
More than a couple.
We need to do this in order to close, so
Almost puts a bow on it.
almost. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The resolution is approved.
Approve a contract for maintenance, audit, and inspection services. We issued a request for proposals for maintenance and audit and inspection services. 2 proposals were received, and staff recommends award to the incumbent from the Transit Resource Center. They have provided these services for many years, and we are pleased with their work. We need a motion to award a 3-year contract with 2 one-year renewals to the Transit Resource Center of Winter Springs, Florida, for an amount not to exceed $375,000.
Jackie, thank you. Second? Thank you, Denise. Any questions or comments about this? We get these reports every year. So the incumbent, right?
They are, and another part of their work that we probably goes untalked about. Whenever new vehicles are purchased, for example, we have 9 electric buses that will go through the assembly line. They do an inspection for us before they're released to us. Back when I first started here, people would fly all over the country and do this, and they'd be gone for 3 or 4 days or 5. Where are they? Oh, they're inspecting buses. We now have these experts do that for us and we report to Dave Williams and Lance, but it's money well spent.
No? Anything else? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is approved, thank you.
Excellent. We now approve a contract for ITMS equipment in Warren County. We need to purchase Intelligent Transportation Management System, ITMS, equipment for dispatch and vehicle location operations in Warren County. The technology is installed on all fixed route trolley and supervisory vehicles. It monitors on-time performance, service interruptions, real-time arrival, and automatic passenger accounting. We need a motion to award a contract to Innovations in Transportation, Inc. of Chesapeake, Virginia for the purchase of ITMS equipment for an amount not to exceed $509,793.
Need a motion on that, Dave, second by Denise. Some equipment for Warren County, long overdue apparently.
Yeah, and this is, Chris talked about this in committee, several committee meetings. This will, one of the big things for us is the automatic passenger counting and the electronic fare, all that kind of stuff. So now we'll know how many people, are boarding buses, and it will help us to make some intelligent decisions regarding the route network and service planning. We've really held off, we wanted to get used to the area, but frankly, we need better information than what we're getting off of, the old fashioned driver day cards. This will really help us a lot.
Awesome.
All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is approved.
All right, next is the approval of contract for workforce engagement software. We want to purchase software that help us communicate with our workforce. Most employees do not have company emails. Blink is a web-based solution that has helped with informational postings, announcement, work schedules, and other CDTA activities. We piloted the Blink application for the past 2 years, and it has been incredibly successful with over 80% of our workforce using it. We need a motion to award a 5-year sole source contract to Blink Business Technologies of New York City for amount not to exceed $215,000 and $215,504.
Thank you, Jackie. Second on that? Peter, thank you. Any anything else on Blink? Great tool in the organization.
Yeah, great.
The update was terrific at the
Yeah.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's approved.
All right, the next is seeking approval for contract for route scheduling upgrade. We need to purchase software licenses to upgrade our scheduling system. This impacts existing and new modules to plan work assignments and payroll and to monitor electric vehicle operation. We will expand peak vehicle service levels to 250 buses. So we need a motion to award a sole source contract to Giro of Montreal, Quebec, Canada for an amount not to exceed $1,153,924.
Motion on this. Denise, second by Jackie. Anything to say about Giro? We've been working with them for a long time.
They're great, software's great, and we do these now several times a year. There's always some license that needs to be updated. I remember many years ago, this was questionable and it was a single source or sole source. What are we doing? These are just regular, almost routine items for us now.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Approved.
All right, last on this section, approval of a contract for rail station camera replacement. The camera system at the Joseph L. Bruno rail station is almost 25 years old, needs to be upgraded. This will include new conduit, new enclosures throughout the building and parking structure, and replacing cameras. Integrated Video Solutions is the provider of our camera system, and staff is satisfied with their work and their pricing. So we need a motion to award a sole source contract to Integrated Video Systems in New Jersey for an amount not to exceed $785,500.
Motion on this, Jackie, second by Dave. Any questions or comments about the camera? Updating the camera system?
Yeah, they're old. Little trivia here, almost 22 years to the day. Hoping not 28th.
Nice.
Another useless fact.
Yeah. Just got out the gate. All those in favor of the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's approved.
All right, now the
Need a
next.
towel or, halftime?
Thank you all. It could have started with Tony Ishmael, Our investment committee. The investment committee met on September 24th, 2024, and will provide a quarterly report shortly. Is that clear? All right. We're gonna move on to administrative discussion items. Risk management and workers' comp report. Amanda Avery provided a quarterly review of risk management and workers' comp self-insurance accounts. The committee determined that both accounts are adequate at this time. Mike Collins provided a monthly management report for August. MRT was 4% over budget for the month. Customer fares and rail station revenue continue to exceed projections at 10% and 8% respectively over budget this year. Wages are 4% over budget for the year due to contractual issues and a special maintenance rate to help repair a backlog of buses. Workers' compensation expenses were over budget due to a lump sum payment that will be reimbursed by our excess carrier. Okay, a monthly non-financial performance report. Chris Desney gave a non-financial report for August. Fixed route ridership was up 15%, start ridership was up 2%, on-time performance was at 69%, on-time performance in STAR was at 81%, and we missed 0.25% of all scheduled trips. There were 15% preventable accidents and 20 non-preventable accidents. And that is the report of the committee. Our next meeting of the committee is on October 23rd, 2024, right here at 110 Waterloo Ave.
Thank you, Peter. Your report was almost as long as the committee meeting itself. We'll move on to the Community and Stakeholder Relations Committee. Pat Lance.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Community and Stakeholder Relations Committee met on September 19th, 11:15 in person and Microsoft Teams. John Scherzer provided results from the second wave of our community satisfaction survey. Results were outstanding with 94% of participants saying CDTA is a value to the community. The survey was random, phone sampling of 400 people in our region being asked several questions related to CDTA and its services. Community members believe we provided the most value by providing access to jobs and providing safe and reliable transportation services throughout the region. The top 3 areas they would like to see more are frequency of service, routes, and regional connectors. Jamie Caslow provided the Earned Media and Community Relations Report. Last month, we earned 25 placements in television, newspaper, and radio with an estimated value of $30,000. CDTA sent out 10 press releases. Stories included e-bike charging launched in Amsterdam, construction on the Manning Boulevard Mobility Hub in Albany, and Ellis Medicine joined our Universal Access Program as our newest partner. We participated in community events including transportation for the Schenectady Summer Send-Off event, Amsterdam Italian Fest, and Wings and Wheels event to support veterans in our region. We continue to see increases in followers across our social media channels. Top posts included information about our Lake George trolley service and information about CDTA hiring events and employment opportunities. Looking ahead, we will cut the ribbon on 2 new mobility hubs, bring back our 2 pink buses for the Men Wear Pink campaign on October 1st, welcome nearly 400 kids to our property for our annual Fall Festival, and accept the American Cancer Society Pillar of Hope Award during the Making Strides Walk in Washington Park on October 20th. And that concludes the report, unless anybody has any questions. The next meeting of the committee will be Thursday, October 24th at 11:15.
Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
Next committee report, Strategic and Operational Planning Committee. Dave Sacro.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The committee met on September 19th at noon at 110 Waterloo Ave and via Microsoft Teams. 2 administrative discussion items. The first, capital planning update. Emily Laughlin provided an update on our capital planning work. Before, the Facilities Department manages construction of our capital projects such as BRTs, intersection improvements, mobility hubs, etc. The Planning Department develops the concepts and the designs. We have several initiatives underway. Launched in 2011, we are now refreshing the red line with everything from basic shelter updates to TSP improvements, transit signal priority that is, not thrift savings plan. transit signal priority improvements, bus lanes, stop relocations, pedestrian islands, road diets, and bus bulbs. We are also improving stations at Church and Kellogg, St. Mary's, Exit 27 Park and Ride in Montgomery County, 80 Broadway in Albany, and Route 50 in Saratoga. Future projects include Warren County upgrades, mobility hubs, and additional phases of the Red Line upgrades. The next item was a West Facility update. Carm provided an update on the West Facility. We have executed a purchase agreement with a scheduled closing on or before November 15th. We are currently working on a management agreement to accommodate building support services such as administration, facilities, and landscaping, and a new lease for the existing owner. We're also in the process of collecting the supporting documentation required by the FTA. That concludes the report. Any questions?
You did.
Please don't ask me what a bus bulb is and a road diet.
That's the one.
Yeah, the road diets.
I missed the committee meeting, so I'm just reporting.
Basically, the road diet slows you down.
Ah, okay.
The next meeting of the committee will be on October 24th at noon here at 110 Waterville Ave and via Microsoft Teams.
Thank you, Dave, for filling in today. We'll move on to the Chief Executive Officer's report.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. It's great when the committee's, committee reports are basically my CEO report. Allows me to ad lib a little bit. So I think I'll ad lib with community events because I noted that almost every one of the service award people mentioned community events and that they enjoy that and really think that that's been a game changer. It really has, and it came about, really came about when we changed the mission statement to match what we were doing in the community. It doesn't say anything up there anymore about safe, reliable, affordable transportation. It basically says we're looking to connect communities. I think really that's been the hallmark of our success over the last number of years. John Scherzer reported in the Community and Stakeholder Relations Committee, and Dave mentioned this, that 85% of a randomly selected sample of 400 people said that we bring value to the region. And you point out again, those aren't actually very few of them are customers. Just Pete Wall, who lives in Charlton, gets a phone call and would you give us a couple of minutes? He says yes. Ask a series of questions. Well, you know of CDTA? Yeah, I know of them. Do you ride? No. Well, a series of questions. Do they add value? Well, yeah, they add value to the community. I see them at the Italia Fest, or I see them. I got on one of their trolleys this summer to go to the racetrack or something of the sort. And that's really what this is all about. It's not haphazard. It's not willy-nilly. It's not one event at a time. It's not just because we want to put our logo out or our smiling faces, some of us. It's really a strategy, and it's worked. That's how we've gotten to more than 60 universal access partners. It's how it gets us in the door. And then proof positive in my mind is through 5 months of the fiscal year, we have 7.5 million boardings. That projects to over 18 million. I mean, if that happens, not only will we set an all-time record, we'll blow our record away. We're more than 110% recovered from the pandemic. Our fellow upstate properties are all on the upswing, but no one's over 75%. So what is different here? I think a lot of this stuff is what's different here. It's good work by a lot. Everybody in this room contributes somehow, some way to this. It's no one person, no one department, and it's sort of been orchestrated that way. So they can all take pride in these things. The number that just keeps amazing me, the ridership number I keep asking. We sure. Is everything working correctly? Because we're so far ahead of everybody else, but it's validated by the customer revenue line. The customer revenue line is going up almost as fast. So, it used to be a day where ridership would increase, but customer revenue would stay flat. That's not the case here. Customer revenue is going up, and almost all of it is buried in universal access agreements. I remember some of the knockdown, drag down arguments between John Scherzer and Phil Perrello over, are we getting enough from each of our universal access agreements? And we start them low and then we get them up in renewals. I know finance would like us to get them up quicker, and I'm sure John's working on that, but it's really been an interesting and in my mind, just a remarkable story. It's really buried, I think, in a conversation Dave and I had 15 years ago, and he says, we don't matter to anybody, they like us, but we don't really matter to them. We have to change that. And it was really coming from a community development perspective. And I think we matter now. We matter. We're at just about every table. Could do more, can always do more, but quite the story.
Great report, Carm, thank you.
Ad-libbed it.
Hey, Carm, last week or something, Amazon announced everyone back to work.
Yeah.
And it set off at least a discussion within this community of getting people back in the office. I'd write exactly which may
Help us.
contribute to that as well.
It's a company town, and right now, the company is, half, 3/4 back. So if they could all come back, that'd be a shot in the arm for us, so
Yeah.
we're happy about that.
That's awesome.
It'd also be a shot in the arm for our area downtown, especially Albany.
Next are board member comments. Anybody have anything for the group today? If not, then our next board meeting is being held on October 30th, 12 noon, right here at 110 Waterville Avenue and via Microsoft Teams. I'll take a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Denise. Second from Dave. We're adjourned. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.